Good afternoon, everyone. While we're waiting for the other students to join, about yesterday, the social studies performance task, sorry, curriculum-based, we're not doing the performance task. The social studies curriculum-based marathon was supposed to be held, but I had an emergency, so I did not get to do it yesterday. What I will do is either, good afternoon, everyone. While we're waiting for the other students to join, yes, I'm being echoed on YouTube. All right. What I was saying is that yesterday we were supposed to do the curriculum-based social studies marathon, but I'll reschedule until probably Saturday or Sunday, and I'll publish the same meeting link that you had registered to for you to join the session. So you don't necessarily have to join via another link. I'm sharing now to the screen the science social study past paper that I'm gonna do on Saturday. Well, I'm sharing it to the website. I didn't get to put anything on the website. I've just been really, really busy. I'm literally going to be putting the science past paper and all the other past papers and the materials that I've used there. But today what we're going to be doing is the science curriculum-based test. All right. So we're going to start with the science curriculum-based past paper. As I said, I'm sharing all the other past papers on the website. If I say I'm going to share it afterwards, I might not. I've just been really busy. So I'll share it now as well as the science 2019 past paper that we're going to be using today. So I'm going to be sharing all of the past papers and all the other resources that I've used before. I'm going to, hopefully, as I said from last week, try to do a video on the other past papers. Seeing as though the social studies, I'm going to do it, but I'll have to do another video for language arts and mathematics for the past paper, seeing as though I did another paper for those previous videos. I'm sharing the documents, I'm just trying to bring it. How are the preparations coming along, Jamila?
You have something in here?
Jamila? Okay. I still can't see Ashade connecting. I'm still going to just join. Just join with the past paper. The science past paper. But the others can join from the YouTube channel. As I said, we're live via YouTube. And this can be watched as a delayed video also.
Why you are trouble is I ask why sometimes you can't make you see them do things. You're blind. Leave it up. They don't have anything there.
Hi, good afternoon, Junior Winter. I'm sharing the science curriculum-based past paper today, Junior. Yesterday, we would have done the social studies curriculum-based paper. I'm going to share whether I'll be doing that marathon on Saturday or Wednesday. Otherwise, we're going to continue with the science curriculum based today. I have it on another device. I sent it over to this device, hence that's why it's taking this long. But you can go ahead and use the chat. Please tell me how the preparations have been going. Can you actually hear me? I was speaking to Jamila earlier and I couldn't hear anything from her. What I Google Drive. But this was the science curriculum-based test that was done. The only science curriculum-based that was done. The past papers that I'll be sharing are the only curriculum-based tests that have been done so far. And that was done in 2019. From that, the ministry has not administered another curriculum-based test. So we really only have one past paper. According to the many past papers we have for the ability test. Hi, good afternoon, Ashade.
Good afternoon.
As I said, on the website, I'm uploading everything right now. So simultaneously, you can follow the past paper, the science curriculum-based past paper. You can follow that on the website now. You can download the document. You can download the documents and follow while I'm actually going through it. I'm uploading it shortly. So you can actually just follow along while I'm actually doing the paper. And then you'll have the paper to finish afterwards, because really never get to finish a paper in these sessions, no matter how long I'll get to do it, because we're doing an extended explanation of how we got all our answers. We're not just trying to get an answer. We have to provide explanations as to how we got our answer. I think that's the whole idea of me doing these different sessions, whether it be for whatever paper that I'm covering. The main aim is not to just expose you to the paper, but actually give you a way or show you a way of how you can go about answering the question. Again, if you're just joining, we are, first of all, my name is Miss Bowen for persons who are listening to me. I get the idea that everyone who is here in the Zoom class is already on the YouTube channel and otherwise, so you would know who I am. But if you are just tuning in or to the channel or basically attending one of these Zoom sessions, then my name is Miss Bowen. All right, sharing the document. Oh boy. I have it here, but I want to open it in a particular format. All right. So again, try to use the chat or just acknowledge yourself if you're going to be providing an answer, rather than just blurting out answers. So this is what the paper format looks like. Here is giving you an example of how you actually select some of the answers or how to select the answer, basically, but we're not doing that question. So once you head on over to the website, first you can go on there.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's the name of the website?
I'm going to share it in the chat shortly.
Okay, thank you.
You can just go to science and scroll on to curriculum base, and you'll see the paper there that you can access. I'll share the website shortly. All right, so we're not looking at this question. We're going to move on to number 1. The statement reads, or the question reads, which statement completes the definition for the term environment? And it starts the sentence or the statement, and it says the environment consists of, and the options are presented. The first option is only the living things placed there by humans. So is that what the environment consists of? Or only non-living things that are placed there by humans? Or the environment consists of all the living and non-living things that occur naturally, or the soil in which plants grow and animals live? What is the answer there? Does anyone want to provide the answer on what an environment is?
Yes. Miss, can I answer?
What's your name? State your name.
Miss, Joshua.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Go ahead, Joshua.
Miss, I'd say the answer is C, all the living and non-living things that occur naturally.
Okay. Does everyone agree? Clearly, the environment doesn't consist of only the living things. Well, not clearly, but it doesn't. Right? And well, it definitely can't only make up the non-living things that are placed there by humans, because we know we have the natural environment. So C would have been the best answer simply because it consists of both non-living and living.
Miss, the answer is C.
Okay. Your microphone is a little bit high, Malik. You rejoined on another device. And just say your name to be acknowledged, okay? All right, so the answer is, what you said, Malik, was the answer?
C.
B.
C as in cat.
Oh, yes, in cat, yes, definitely. C is the correct answer. So all the living and non-living things that occur naturally. We really don't have to watch this last part, because some of us would say the non-living things don't occur naturally. But once it says it's living and non-living, that makes up the environment. All right. The soil in the plants grow and animals live. That would not be just the environment.
Miss, the answer, Miss, am I allowed to say the answer for number 2?
You have to wait on the answer, Malik. We're not so concerned with the answers. We want the explanations first. So you can read through and then we can go through all the different options before we can provide them. All right. Do you want to go ahead and read number 2? Malik?
Yes, Miss.
Miss, can I read?
I'm trying to slide over to answer the question. Would you like to read, Malik? Otherwise, I can let the other person read.
Miss, can I read?
All right, go ahead and read.
Which statement complete the definition for overgazing? Overgazing refers to
When you're more time cry, I'm doing something, that's why I cannot feed you. Don't sit down. Oh boy. Balance. All right. I'm at home. It's Easter with the children, so I'm literally at home with my children. So pardon me. Yes, they're not after school. And I guess in any case, they would have been home. All right. Go ahead with number 2. Jamila, go ahead and read over.
which statements complete the definition of overgrazing? Overgrazing refers to
Go ahead with the options.
A. Having too many animals on a small piece of land. B. Catching too many animals in an area until fewer animals are left. Hunting animals to the point that there's no animals are left. D. The heavy feeding of animals on vegetation until very little vegetation is left.
All right. So what would have been the most appropriate answer? You can go ahead with the answer and why.
Miss, can I answer? Miss, can I?
You can go ahead.
Miss, I'd say the answer is D. The heavy feeding of animals on vegetation until very little vegetation is left.
You said C.
No, Miss, he said
I said D.
As in dog.
D. Okay. Yes, the heavy feeding of animal. So what's grazing? Do we know what grazing is?
Miss, what's the question?
now shush.
So grazing is when we have, or the animals feed on the land, right? So if we're overgrazing, you're doing it too much. So heavy feeding of the animals on the vegetation or on vegetation until very little vegetation is left. That's the correct answer. All right. It wouldn't be any other answer because you know what the meaning for grazing is. All right. All right, so there's a diagram of the arm of a human, and we will use it to answer item 3. If
They let me in the meeting.
the cup is held in the person's hand, or if the cup held in the person's hand increase in weight, which structure would most likely be affected? And it's labeled there.
Miss Ivy. Miss Bowen.
Yes, Malik, what is the point? What is that called? What was the answer just now?
Ivy.
How do you know it's IV?
Miss, because if you have something, the ivy is the middle part of like the crease in your hand.
Yes.
And if something is heavy, means it's going to go down, and then you'll feel the pressure inside right there.
What will go down? It is what? Do we know this part of the body, what it's called? Repeat.
No, Miss Bon, I don't know the name of it.
Okay, but you know that if you were supposed to hold something in your hand and the weight of it would increase, this is where you think you'd feel it. That's what you're going off. I don't want to provide an explanation for you.
Okay, so
With a different answer, someone else, or is the same answer?
I think it would be IV because when you think about it, mainly the hand joints will be affected when you're holding it. So it's between IV and 3 for me. But I don't know if I'm correct.
Understand. But when we go into the examination, we have to be very selective, all right? So which one would you select?
Personally, I would select I because it's close to the hand joint, which would probably balance it out.
Okay, let me see. Any other answers? I could bring up a demonstration. All right. Some of the things on this past paper, most won't likely come on your paper that you're going to be doing in 2022, because some of the topics, so I'm not sure if you knew some of these parts of the body because you probably weren't taught them. All right. Because what your teacher at school is basically focusing on is the other topics that are more geared to come on the examination. This past paper was structured considering the end of unit 1 and 2 for term 2, and also some parts of unit 3 in 2019. We're not doing so much of the curriculum now, so therefore we won't get to do this part in the curriculum. I can share also, I'm not sure if your teacher has shared a topic list. My students have a topic list of the topics that will come on the examination. I shared a main document that has the topics. I'm gonna share another document that has all the breakdowns with on the website with everyone, so you can see the topics that we're focusing on. So you might not learn this structure in your class. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and that's where probably the lack of knowledge about the different parts of the muscles in the upper arm would come in. All right. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, miss. Yes, miss, I understand.
Miss,
She's frozen.
Is Miss Bao on the back?
No, she's not.
her name is not. Wait, what's her name?
Okay.
No, I don't think.
No, she's not.
She's
Is
back
that
now.
me?
Yes, I'm not sure what happened. My Zoom just restarted and I had to read it. I'm going to share over the document. Can you see the paper now? I hope everyone is seeing the paper. All right. So what we're concerned with is the biceps and the triceps here at IV, at the biceps at II or 2, Roman numeral 2, are the triceps. So when the weight goes down in their hands, the biceps are the ones that are going to be pulling it up. All right. So IV would have been the correct answer. As I said, we are not to be concerned much with these type of questions. Clearly because the structure has not been taught in the class as yet, so we're not going to be getting it on the curriculum-based test. I would have done this for the ability test to go through the structure and say what is going to come on it from what will not come on it. And that's just when we're doing the basic structure of the ability test papers. From the science curriculum-based test in 2022, the topics that we're going to be looking at are, I'm bringing it up on my other device. The environment, and that's why it was good for us to focus on that first question about the environment. Overgrazing will also come in the environment as well. We're also going to be doing energy, which is light and sound. And we're going to be doing materials, their properties and uses. So as I said, we're not doing anything about the body system. So this question, we don't have to pay attention to. But the answer again would have been IV because the biceps are here. So when the cup goes down on your hand, the biceps would be activated. And that's where would be most of it, which is, so the answer is IV. I should tick answers. All right. The diagram below shows how machine A works. Use the information to answer items 4. Again, this is also a question that might not. So what I'm just telling you when I'm sharing the past paper to you, that's even though you want to do all of the questions and in mock examinations, you will do all of the questions, but not all of them would be literally coming on your curriculum-based test. All right, I have another science curriculum-based booklet. I'm going to be sharing that towards the latter end of this session. That the only thing with that one, it has the answers already. So you can see what are the correct answers, but that more is aligned to what you'll be getting on your actual curriculum basis this year. All right. So the diagram below shows how machine A works. Use the information to answer item 4. And it says which organ has a function that is similar to machine A. So here, fluids coming from the system to enter the machine unwanted materials are removed, and then the fluid returns back to the system. So A, which organ would act as A? Are things leaving, coming into the mouth, then unwanted materials are removed, and then fluids are returned to the system from your mouth? Does this happen to your kidney? Do we know what the kidney function is? What's the function of the kidney? Does anyone know that? Does anyone know what the kidney is for? All right, the anus, let's do another method of elimination. So we know that the mouth doesn't do this job. The anus,
Miss, would the kidney do this job?
Miss, could you explain why it's anus?
you don't know what your anus is?
Yes, Miss, but I don't understand why it would be anus.
No, I'm saying it's not anus. I did not say that at all.
Oh, okay.
No, man, we're eliminating anus to say that the anus doesn't do that.
Yes, Miss.
I think the anus just removes material. So we'd eliminate the mouth and the anus. What would the lungs do? What does our lungs do?
Our lungs are used to breathe.
Okay, so is it removing unwanted material, and then fluids are returned to the system? When we call the system, in this case, we'll call it our body. So does fluid enter the lungs? And then unwanted materials are removed, and then fluid returns back into our body. Does the lungs do that job? No, the lungs doesn't do that. Even with air, that's what the lungs is concerned with. It technically does that with air, but it's air coming in, as in oxygen coming in, and then when we breathe out carbon dioxide, but there's no unwanted material that is removed. So we can say that the kidney does dysfunction, where the unwanted liquid or the liquid comes down in your kidney, and then the unwanted materials are removed from the liquid. It goes out through the body, and then the fluid and other fluids return back into your body. We'll choose the kidney as for number 4. That's also a question that will not come on the 2022 curriculum-based test, because this is from body systems, which we did not cover for this examination. All right, let's look at number 5. It says, which is not a suitable recommendation to prevent soil erosion? This will come because this is a part of the environment. The options are cut flat areas resembling steps into the hillside. So that's what we can do to prevent soil erosion. Or we can maintain a thicker cover of vegetation on the land. And by vegetation, we're talking trees or grasses or anything else. Allow animals to graze on our land, or we can improve how water drains off the soil. So which is the most suitable, is not a suitable, sorry. It's not a suitable recommendation. Let me get my highlights.
A recommendation that is not suitable is to allow animals to graze on the land.
Yes. Because all the others, if you cut flat areas resembling steps into the hillside, that's called terracing. And then if we maintain a thick cover of vegetation, the soil will be held together by the roots of these vegetation. So it won't allow the soil to just run away.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss.
Go ahead.
Would the answer be C as in cat?
Yes. Yes, it would be allow animals to graze on the land. That would not be suitable. Why? Why would that not be suitable? Why
Miss,
would
can you repeat?
why wouldn't it be suitable to allow animals to graze on the land?
The reason why it wouldn't be suitable for
Trying to prevent soil.
animals to graze on the land is because when they eat all out the grass, it will no longer hold the soil together and it will cause soil erosion. So it would not be suitable.
Would cause what?
Miss, so I was saying, the reason why it's not suitable is because when animals come and eat the grass, the roots hold the soil together,
Yes.
and when they eat off the grass, it causes soil erosion.
Okay. Because the grasses are removed, right? And we had a similar question with the overgrazing. So some of the animals may overgraze on the land and eat up all the vegetation, and we don't want that because that will make the soil loose. All right. And if we improve how water drains off the land by creating contour or terraces or anything else that we can do to allow that steep flow of water to just run off, and we can get it into this soil instead than running off and taking some of the soil with it, then that would improve soil erosion. So the answer is C. Let's move on to number 6. Which statement completes the definition for soil erosion? What's the definition for soil erosion? What's the definition for soil erosion?
Miss, would the answer be soil erosion is the removal of the upper layer of the soil?
Okay.
I agree with A.
The conqueror, you agree? It's not the removal of tree roots from the soil, and it is not just removing the humus, which is the layer of decaying materials from the soil, or the nutrients from the soil separately, right? Just remove the whole upper layer, and that would include nutrients, such as the same decaying material. All right. So it's just upper layer of the soil, yeah. This is a really close question because these two might throw you off, but A is the answer. All right.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Let's move on to number 7. Are we understanding the question so far and the responses, how they were provided?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
We literally went through all the other options. So don't just be quick to choose an option that you think is most appropriate. Go through the other options because you might have close answers there. All right. Does anyone want to read number 7?
Yes, miss, I can read it. So it says, in which situation would energy be passed from one component of the ecosystem to another?
Okay. I read the options.
An elephant sleeping, a dog chasing a cat, a bird flying at high speeds, a bee sucking nectar from a flower.
All right. What's your answer and why? But let sleeping doesn't help any
No, miss.
energy to be passed from one thing to another. All right.
Excuse me, miss, could you explain?
Explain what? This question?
The question.
Yes, miss. I
Yes,
don't
please.
understand.
That's what I was just doing though. I was going through all of the answers. You hear the
Oh, okay, miss.
okay.
Oh,
I didn't select an
okay,
answer.
miss.
I was going through number 1 and I said an elephant sleeping does not transfer any energy. Do you understand how the energy could be passed? Give me some ways of how energy could be passed from one component or one organism.
Oh, miss, can I give my answer?
Environment. Ecosystem is similar to the environment. Go ahead. Give me a way of how energy can be passed. That's what I want you to tell me first. How energy can be passed.
Miss, it can be passed from like a bee sucking nectar from a flower.
So it can be passed by eating something, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Because that's what the bee is doing, right? Eating the nectar from the flower. Right. So the nectar from the flower is one part of the energy passed to another component or another organism, which is the bee. And both of them are a part of the environment or ecosystem. The dog chasing the cat does not do anything. The dog exerts energy, but the energy is not passed from one component to another. And the bird flying at high speed, that also doesn't pass the energy from one component to another, like one thing to another, right? All it does is just let the bird lose energy by or use up energy to actually flying, okay? Let's move on to number 8. It says examine the paragraph and the bar graph below and use the information to answer item 8. And item 8 says a healthy ecosystem is very important as it provides humans with many services. It's raining cats and dogs here, but there's a lot of rain. I'm wondering if there's a trough over the island. So even what happened in Montego Bay with the flooding, have really bad rain here. Is it raining where you are at 2? You stay inside?
Yes, miss.
Have you stay inside and be
No, miss.
on the road? Okay. All right, that's fine. Let me go back up from the beginning then. A healthy ecosystem is very important. I hope you're all hearing me. As I said, the rain is loud in my background. I'm not sure how we're getting feedback from what you're hearing. A healthy ecosystem is very important as it provides humans with many services. For example, trees provide us with food, medicine. They purify the air, for example, by trapping dust and remove carbon dioxide. Animals and plants provide pest control and recreation. Finally, the ecosystem directly or indirectly supports our survival and quality of life. So the bar graph is showing the number of asthma cases and trees removed over a 20-year period. The frequencies here I have this paper in a hard copy. The soft copy may not be showed clearly because it was scanned, but hopefully it will suffice. So the clear boxes here are the asthma cases, and the darker part here is the trees removed. So in 1970, this was the amount of asthma cases and the amount of trees removed from the environment. In 1970, sorry, we're seeing it here. In 1980, we're seeing here. At 1990, we're seeing this growth here. I won't tell you what is taking place as yet. We don't have a particular number, but you can look at it and basically analyze what is taking place nonetheless. All right. It says, could be a possible cause for the trend observed in the bar graph by removing trees. Oxygen in the air increases, and this leads to the increase in asthma cases. A says the oxygen in the air increases, and this leads to the increase in asthma cases. B, impurities in the air increases, and this leads to an increase in asthma cases.
Hello, Miss.
C, airflow is prevented, and this leads to an increase in asthma cases. Carbon dioxide in the air decreases, and this leads to an increase in the asthma cases.
Kimberly.
Yes.
Good evening, Miss. Miss, I'm here for the class, Miss.
All right, good evening. All right. You're just joining.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, fair enough. You were not on the YouTube channel?
Repeat, Miss?
No, I thought you were probably watching in from the YouTube channel.
Oh, no, Miss, I'm watching it from here, Miss. On Zoom, Miss, on Zoom.
Okay, well, you can actually go back to the YouTube channel afterwards to see the different questions that we're looking at.
Okay, Miss.
Looked at before, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm also going to be sharing the actual paper here to the website so you can see the questions that were already done before, all right?
Yes,
so
Miss.
we're continuing on number 8.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Who would want to go with the answer for number 8?
Yes, can I answer number 8?
Yes, you can. Please provide an explanation as to why you're choosing your answer. Go ahead.
Yes, I'd say B, impurities in the air increases, and this leads to an increase in asthma cases.
A?
Yes, I meant B. B.
Okay, B. Why are these impurities in the air increasing?
Miss, when you remove the trees, the toxins like the smoke can increase, and smoke is one of the most harmful cases that cause asthma.
Okay, fair enough.
One of the most harmful things that cause asthma.
So link it back to the bar graph now, because I want to know that you're taking the information from the bar graph. What's in the bar graph? What are you seeing in the bar graph? Explain to me the trend year by every 10 years or every decade. Explain to me what.
Every single 10 years,
Yeah.
or you can call it decades, every single decades, right? It increases every single time.
What increases?
The tree removed asthma cases.
Both of them, they're two different things. So the asthma cases are increasing, that's what you're saying?
Yes, the asthma cases and the trees.
And the trees. So if the trees are removed simultaneously or at the same time, the asthma cases are also increasing. So in 1970, we had a small amount of trees being removed, and then the asthma cases were lower then. But 10 years after that, or a decade after, the more trees were removed.
Miss, one thing noticeable is that the trees removed is the black one and the very dark one. And you can see that in 1970, the trees removed were not that much, and neither was the asthma cases caused by it. But in 1980, the trees removed increased a lot, and the asthma cases increased a lot too.
Yes, that's what I was trying to explain. All right, so you should be able to see the paper now that I'm using on the website. It will say PEP CBT stands 2019 past paper. I'm gonna share the website. All right, just 2019.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna share the website to the chat.
Okay, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Frozen, I think.
What is frozen?
Miss, you're frozen.
I'm frozen. And I can
Oh,
see.
miss,
No,
you're
miss,
not
you're not
frozen
frozen, miss, you're not
anymore.
frozen.
Or I just stood in that position for a long period of time, so I just looked like I was frozen. I'm not sure. All right. So you can check if you can be able to download it now. Let me share the website. All right, here's the website, the general page, and then you can look for science, go under the science tab. I was trying to send a direct link, but that is taking a little time. All right. I see we're all on camera. All right. All right. Okay. Salim came in. That's the pronunciation of your name? And really had everyone following. No, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to pronounce your name correctly.
Miss, it's Salim.
Yeah, that's what I said. So you came and because you came on camera, everybody else followed you. I've seen everybody else. Okay, but nonetheless, that's fine. So we're saying that the impurities were increased because the trees were removed, right? And this led to the increase in the asthma cases, right? That's what we're concluding.
Yes, miss.
I don't think
Yes, miss.
others because such a wonderful explanation was provided jointly by Salim, and then there was another person that gave the answer. But we had to link it back to the bar graph. All right. Let's move on to 9. It
Miss, can I
says,
get the
and this is
answer?
definitely a topic that will come on there. Yes, you can get to answer, but we have to read the questions first. All right.
Yes, miss.
Pollen is not a cause of soil degradation. All right, I have a thing with this word.
Degradation.
Yes, I have to. If I say it fast, I'm going to make a mistake. Which is basically degrading the soil. So what does degrading the soil mean?
Miss, miss, can I get the answer, miss?
Yes, you can provide the answer.
So, miss,
Go ahead.
miss, I was saying that it is de-terracing, miss.
Which is not a cause. Okay.
Because, miss, when you terrace, miss, it's preventing landslides, and landslides is like a cause of, an effect of soil, it's an effect of soil degradation, miss.
See
I
there?
agree with
I
Salim.
agree with Salim.
This is degradation thing that causes the problem. Yes. Yes.
I agree.
So we have terracing, we have this little step. I can draw. So this is the hillside, right? When they terrace, is make some little steps, they cut it out in the hillside. So you won't have this slope anymore. Let me erase this slope. Oh, but the entire slope is being erased. I'm gonna just draw back a half of the slope, and this is the terracing part. So imagine if you had this slope before. I can put it in broken lines. That would cause soil degradation, or would degrade the soil. Why? Tell me why.
What? Repeat, miss?
Why would this degrade the soil? This slope here.
Miss, I think that it would degrade the soil, miss.
One word. One word. I just wanted to use one word, and then we can know for sure that you understand why. This would be degrading the soil, and when we do this, which is the terracing, we will not get any more degradation of the soil.
Landslides, miss?
Landslide is one word, but what the landslide cause?
Miss, landslides cause blocking of the roads, miss?
Yes, the blocking of the road is going to also be an effect, cause an effect taking place there. But there's one word, so we can call it two words with S starting, one starting with S and one starting with E, or we can just call it one word, the E that starts with an E, that would take place here, and terracing would prevent that. ER.
Erosion, miss, erosion?
It's erosion. So if we have this slope here, the soil would be eroded. If we have the terracing, it doesn't erode as much. And that's why this is not a cause of soil. Deforesting, when the trees are on the land, when those are cut down, we know that causes soil erosion. And that's why I have to go back to that one word, erosion. When we have lack of crop rotation, this doesn't cause erosion, but what it caused. So what does crop rotation mean?
Miss, it causes the, miss, it lose, miss, whenever you lack of crop rotation, miss, the fertility in the soil is less, miss.
Very good. The fertility in the soil is less. Let me use that term. Because each set of crops sucks out the nutrients and sucks out the nutrients from another, sucks out the nutrients from the entire part rather than putting it to another part where the nutrients can be are rotating the crops. Some crops provide as particular set of nutrients, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and so on. All the different elements that are found in the soil that are necessary, nutrients. When we rotate the crop, we put another crop there that would put out the nutrients that is already taken out, And that's why the soil stays fertile. All right, this is not going to be the class, otherwise we're going to be removed. Don't dance in this session. Who is this? Kylie and
Dijavana.
yes, I'm trying to Dijavana. Yes, don't please, because you might get these same questions, and if you can dance your way to the answers, it would be totally unnecessary.
I'm very sorry.
No man, that's fine. I'm just saying that just like Salim came here and just like gave some great explanations, we want to stay very focused, right? And try to
Yes,
learn
Miss.
things here so we can be able to answer the questions if we're seeing anything repeated. Trust me, one thing we know about curriculum-based questions, they will be repeated. If we see them repeat some of them in the ability test, just know that they will only be able to find a certain amount of questions from the curriculum, and we may have repeaters, and we don't have much past papers, so it might be repeated in this way. Okay.
Yes, Miss.
All right. What are you advocating over there, Salim? I can't read facial expressions.
No, Miss,
See
it
it?
was something someone sent to me, Miss.
Repeat.
Miss, I was saying that it's something someone sent to me.
I'm not hearing you. You're breaking up.
Miss, I was saying that it's something someone sent to me, Miss.
Okay. Via what medium?
Oh, WhatsApp, Miss.
Oh, all right. So it's something that I can't see because I was wondering if it was a YouTube channel or something. Salim, because I know that you are literally have some of these things in place already based on your explanation that I've given. Please allow the other students, let them try to at least get it together instead of distracting them. All right.
Yes,
Did anyone check on the website and to see if they saw the paper?
Miss, I don't see a website.
Miss, I just got it in my email, Miss.
You didn't see anything in the chat?
No, Miss. Oh, yes,
Oh,
Miss,
Miss.
I'm
Oh,
seeing it
yes,
now.
Miss. I
No.
see it
Miss, something in the
Okay.
chat.
All right. All right. So we know what lack of crop rotation is because we know what crop rotation is. What is slash and burn?
Slash and burn.
Not Salim.
My computer.
Excuse me, Miss.
Slash
Please
and burn.
repeat.
The next, that's where we are. Slash and burn.
Slash and burn is when you cut down the trees and you burn out the land,
Yes.
therefore leaving the animals to migrate to find a new place to live. And
Yeah.
Yes, that happens in slash and burn. So when we
Can I
cut
get to
down
add on something?
Excuse me, Miss. It also can cause soil erosion.
yes, it can as well.
Miss, can I get to say something, Miss?
yes, and forest fires and all kind of other stuff. But that
Miss,
does that degrade the land? We need to link it back to soil degradation.
Yes, when the topsoil is burnt, Miss, it causes soil degradation because the topsoil is just burnt.
Miss, can I get to say something?
Go ahead, Salim.
Miss, I was saying that, Miss, slash and burn is like also, Miss, when you burn the land and chop down the trees, Miss. And Miss, because of that,
I'm not hearing. But the answer is terracing, all right? Because we know all of these. other things degrade the soil. All right. So Kylie was there.
Yes, Miss.
Kylie was there to redeem herself. That's only Salim have answers. All right. The picture shows a human activity. They use the picture to answer item 10. So it's the garbage truck on the hillside. What is the garbage truck doing? Throwing garbage in land. I think I already analyzed the picture, but if you can do further analysis, that would be fine also. Which is most likely,
please.
I'm going to do that shortly. Which is most likely to, or which is the most likely effect of this activity on the environment? Can you see it now?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Miss, could you
Miss.
scroll back to the options?
Yes, Miss. Can you scroll back to the options?
Okay. Go to science on the link that you just I was just saying. Just click on.
Miss, when I click on the link, not really seeing.
That's why you're supposed to click on the tab. There's some lines across that goes. There's a tab there. When you click on that drop down, you're going to see the different subject areas, the
I
different
have
grade
my
areas.
answer.
Okay. All right. Let me show you from the website.
Miss, and then I click science.
Don't sign in. Are you seeing here? What you should do?
Yes, Miss.
Using a phone, you're gonna see the tab to drop down, but if you're using a laptop, you should see it like this. Just click on science. Are you seeing it from the screen?
Yes, Miss.
Science.
Miss, I'm using a
Okay,
laptop,
great.
so I'll just
And
do it.
here's the
Just
paper. Scroll all the way down to curriculum base. Not there.
Don't see it.
Scroll down a little bit more. PEP CBT Science 2019 and click download. All right. What was the answer for number 10?
yes, Miss, I see it now.
Okay, great. What was the answer for number 10?
Would it be B as in
Yes,
boy?
B as in boy,
Miss,
Miss.
create a breathing site
Create
for
a
animals that
breeding
spread
site for
Yes,
animals that
because you
spread
can,
disease.
because you can clearly see, Miss, that it's like it used to be a river there. So if the river comes back somehow, it's going to cause a problem and create a breeding site.
Miss,
Yes,
Based
that's
on my
true.
observation.
Scroll up,
Create
Miss.
a breeding site if the river comes back.
No, Miss, because it
Let's
looks
go
like
back.
a river was once there, Miss. If you look at it, it looks like
Exactly.
it was a
Yeah.
dried up river, Miss.
Yeah, so a trench or something like that. But what happens now? What types of animals would breed there?
Rodents.
Anything
Pesticide.
in it.
Yeah.
Pesticides would be there.
Dogs.
Would it breed dogs?
No, Miss, it would mainly breed mosquitoes and
Mosquitoes and rodents.
that give you
like
diseases.
rats.
And what diseases those animals spread?
Dengue
Rats
and
have
leptospirosis.
leptospirosis.
Dengue.
Fair enough.
So that's why it's B as in boy, Miss.
Okay. Yes, because of the explanation, we don't even have to necessarily look into the other options, all right? Because they're
Yes,
not
Miss.
very suitable. And move on to 11. So again, we're not going to be able to finish all of this paper.
Miss?
What you should do is continue on the paper. I'm going to be uploading some other
Miss?
documents that will aid you in your preparation. What I'm going to show you No. I won't even go to number 11. What I'm going to be showing you is the science curriculum-based practice paper, not the past paper, as I explained earlier. The past paper will have some questions that will not come at the examination, simply because those topics. All right, I'm going to share the topic that will come on the examination from all the different categories. So if you're an independent learner, you can just go and read up on those topics. I'm not sure if your teacher would have finished.
Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me, miss. There's a
There's
person
somebody
in a
calling
chat
you in the chat.
talking,
Yeah, calling
in
you,
the
miss.
chat.
Ma'am, there is.
Miss, okay, Dream. You're saying something, Dream?
Yes, miss. I have a very important question. I know this isn't based on the topic, but I really want to know about your opinion, because my opinion, what I'm saying, when I asked my personal teacher, she's agreeing with me. I just want to know your opinion, if that's fine.
What is it about?
Okay, miss.
This
So
topic, what is it about? Just
so
say
miss,
the topic. Don't say exactly what it is. What's it about?
the topic is basically about like fish and like marine life. Like,
Okay, how is that relevant to what we're doing?
miss, I just said that it's not based on this topic, but I really need to know, because like my
How would you use this
search.
forum? All right, don't overspeak me. Clearly, this is not your meeting. This is mine. And clearly, you don't know who I am. Or else you would be trying to do what you're doing. But I won't even elaborate, because we all saw what you just did. I don't want to hear, and I don't want to have a long conversation about what you're talking about, because that
But
is
miss, it's a question.
not override what I'm saying, and you're very persistent. I can't even believe this is happening.
Miss, because I really want to know your opinion.
I understand your persistency, and I understand that you're trying to get my opinion. And I'm saying, please use another forum. Okay?
Okay, I'm so sorry, miss. I'm so sorry. I won't ask you again.
A WhatsApp number that you can call me, and we can have a personal conversation about whatever you're trying to ascertain, but not in this forum. If it's not related to what I'm doing, clearly I won't be publicizing it, and I don't want to hear it on this forum. All right?
Okay, I'm so sorry, miss. I'm so sorry.
No, man, you don't have to say sorry, because you clearly wouldn't know that you'd be able to express yourself here. So I'm just telling you that this is not the forum. Okay? Fair enough?
Yes, miss.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, miss.
Great. And you just entered as well and just wanted to ask something. I don't even understand why.
Miss, because like, as I was saying, it was like an investigation still.
I'm saying you just came in. Yes, but you just can't come in and want to have a conversation about something that's unrelated to what I'm doing. That makes absolutely no sense, does it?
But miss, isn't like science and like marine life and like terrestrial and aquatic like a part of?
Rectified. All right. So I'm going to the, yes. So I guess all of us know what will happen if we continue to persist with behaviors that are not allowed. Okay. So I'm sharing the curriculum-based, and remember, we're on YouTube Live, right?
Yes, miss.
And remember, and most of us,
Yes, miss.
including me, and probably if other teachers would have been joining in earlier, that you're all children, right?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
We can't be publicizing things that are unnecessary to our objective, right?
Yes, miss.
Spend an additional
Yes, miss.
minute on this topic to say that if you join the class, and I don't want to emphasize that I am a teacher, I'm a private tutor as well. I have daily private sessions that I do with my other students, right? If your parents would have allowed you to come into the private session, you would have known me through that medium. Otherwise, students know me who I teach in my class or who I introduce to the YouTube channels. Clearly, I can't just do a video without inviting anyone because I've done that before. So if I invite you, I didn't even get to do the social studies one yesterday. I'm prepping you know that for the social studies curriculum base, you have to come there to try to learn. Irrespective of if you've done the work before, re-emphasis, or going over it will just solidify what you have learned before. You have an examination next week, may I say that? And I can't speak for everyone. Where are you with your preparation? And I won't even to overstep to say that some of us are probably not prepared, right? And that is factual. But I'm saying that I provide these mediums not for just to join a meeting and chat along, right? Whether you're classmates or otherwise, I've come to provide the information that you would need to do well in your examination. Some of these materials that I'm providing, they're not privy to everyone, right? So if you're privy to have seen them before, that's very fine. All right. Otherwise, some people are just seeing information and just getting to go through it. Let them be allowed to do so rather than entering to do whatever objective you have to do, because that doesn't align with what I'm doing. And clearly I would not allow it to happen. All right.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
My channel is a very clean, student friendly, and I want it children friendly because not every children actually behaves like students.
So Miss Vicky, how to
Student
get out of
friendly
YouTube?
environment, do not speak while I'm speaking. So we can learn the different things we need to learn and achieve the goal of doing well in our examination. Only objective, all right?
Yes,
Let me
miss.
drive so we can move on to the next stage. So I was saying, these are free lessons that I just give to everyone. Otherwise, I have my private lessons that I get paid to do. And I can't sit and do those lessons. I have another session at 6 o'clock right now with my other students. So I'm even over the line because those students will have to wait on me till I get off the session to have the class with them. I don't intend to go into my personal class time.
Yes, miss.
For nonsensical things.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
We wasted 5 minutes by even just talking. I have never had this situation where I had to stop and pause and talk in my session. And I've been doing it for probably over a year. Yes, over a year. Yes.
We're sorry about that, miss.
Very, very sorry.
So when we just join with the intention to learn. Otherwise, I don't need to say what you don't need to do if you don't need to learn or you don't want to learn.
Miss, I hope she learns her lesson.
I share this video to the website.
Yes, miss, I'm very sorry.
I have family life at home. If I'm supposed to explain to you how many things I have to do where I don't get to squeeze in these lessons and do it for students who genuinely want to learn, right? And those who cannot afford to do the private lessons are probably just not getting it as the way I'm providing it in these sessions, in the classrooms, right? So you really have to pay attention because, as I said, it's something that I extend myself to do.
Yes, miss.
All right.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
All right. So this is another booklet that I'm going to upload to the website. This one is more geared towards this year. And I won't be able to go into depth with it because I spoke away this time already. So you can go ahead and start doing some of these activities. I'm not sure if your teacher would have done it with you or given you this paper. My students have this.
Miss, we have miss, we got this
Miss,
paper in my
it's
class.
say
Oh, yes,
answer
miss. We got
school,
this
we got
paper
this
in our
paper.
class. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
this is
miss.
printed it and gave you.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Should we print it and send a picture to you, miss? Or
fine.
Just to
You've already
Yes, I
been
have the printed copy right now.
great. I'm gonna reshare it for those who don't have it and you can go through it. All right.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss, I'll go through it
Yes,
again.
miss.
Yes, miss, I'm going to get it printed.
I'm going to get it printed, miss.
Do we have the past paper that I just shared before?
Miss, no, it's very hard to find it. I don't know why.
So, miss, I have the link open, but I don't know where to find it.
Like what I just shared before, just go to the website, click on SANS, and where's the website? Yes, click on SANS and then you can click download. It's right here. So you can download and watch the video. Watch the video back for the questions that we would have done before, just to see how I went through the other explanations. If you had earlier, you had joined when we had started already, and you can continue working on the science paper here. I'm gonna share the social studies and the language arts and the mathematics paper, past papers onto the website so you can have
Yes, miss.
downloaded.
Thank
Or,
you.
Thank you.
you can use the chat, you don't necessarily have to be echoing. Or I'm gonna post them in a video, but the social studies perform curriculum-based marathon that was supposed to be held yesterday. And I'm even wondering now if it's even necessary for me to open up that session so students can do it, or I just do the video and post it. I might just do the video and post it. So, you know, it's these open sessions are turning into something else. And that's why I really say now, when we register, or I send out invitations to register, I try to minimize the open session where children from everywhere just turn up, right? They're not accustomed to me, nor, let me coin this in a particular way that it doesn't come off to be offensive. They don't understand themselves. So when they come in these mediums, they can mess up the medium. So I don't open the sessions to everyone. I hope that the person who takes the time to register for the curriculum-based marathon would have been prepared to learn things about curriculum-based related activities and speak about that. But not to do something else. So if you register just to join, to use it as a medium to gallivant, clearly you're in the wrong place. All right. And obviously that's where we're going to end for today. I don't even know why would I continue otherwise.
Yes, miss. Miss, do you want to know the school where we're from?
No, I don't. Not necessarily. Not really of great importance. But I have another session after this. So this is where I end for today. All right. So
Bye, miss. Miss, will there be any tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yes, miss.
I'm not sure if I'm going to open up the session like this, but you can refer to the YouTube channel for the social studies curriculum-based marathon.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, miss.
Miss, I'll join tomorrow if there is.
Okay,
Miss,
then.
if you're talking. Okay, never mind.
Miss, I like these classes, Miss, because they're like